are late September and early October in France. Summer dwindling and wilting into a trustingly chilly autumn. But what's the clay bridge that slides you between seasons? I'm Alexandra Lawton, and we're here at Roland-Garros.
The Roland-Garros Set.
Merci.
We are the Ball Kids, and you're listening to Roland-Garros Set. Yeah!
Hello. It's day 2 at Roland-Garros, and safe to say, as the tournament on clay gets harder, you really feel it rocks to be here. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't think that joke will biodegrade anytime soon. But it's true. I really get the impression that yesterday's players and spectators alike were sort of finding their footing in a very new tournament. Even the British complained about the weather. So, speaking of Le Rose Beef, not a good day for them yesterday. Murray and Conter knocked out in the first round, and Williams Senior bit the dust too, as well as Goffin. But today is round 1 for many big matches like Nadal, Gerasimov team, the Prince of Clay against Cilic, Kvitova and Dodin, much, much more. So there's a lot to be getting on with. But for now, I'm off to meet the Ball Kids, the veritable Roland-Garros Set. Let's go. So I'm in the Ball Kids Grotto, 2020 Roland-Garros, and I'm faced in front of a Ball Kid called
Nicholas.
And I'm also joined with
Quentin, and I'm working at Roland-Garros since 5 months.
What's your role here?
I'm like assistant. During the year, I'm preparing Roland-Garros and the Ball Kids. This year, 2,030 Ball Kids.
2,030 Ball Kids?
Yep, 200.
I was going to say, that's more than the spectators, 230
Ball Kids.
Well, we do have 1,000 spectators. What's the selection process for the Ball Kids? Because every single Grand Slam or tournament seems to have a look. I know that the Spanish go for models, but how do you select?
We have selection or formation between September and December in France and different. We have 400 people, and we have selection with speed, with concentration, answer tennis question.
So you have to be a bit of an aficionado in tennis. Do you want to be a tennis player? Do you play? Roger Federer was a Ball Kid.
He was, but I think he has a bit more skill. But I'm average, I would say. I'm maybe not that good at tennis, but I enjoy it a lot.
So is it really tough, the training here?
Well,
come on, you can be honest. Come on.
Yes. Right now we're starting the main draw, so we're starting early at 9:30 in the morning and ending quite late, depending on the matches. And so it's really harder than what you would think to be up on court, because you're always running. You have to be concentrated at the same time. But it's also worth it. You get to see good matches, and it's really interesting.
But how many kilometers on average does a Ball Kid cover in 1 hour?
On the court, during 8 hours, I think like maybe 10 kilometers per day or
10 kilometers per day. Well, I saw that the match went quite late yesterday, and I'm not going to complain about the weather, but it's kind of cold outside, and I saw you guys were in shorts and t-shirts. Is that kind of cruelty? Is it?
Yeah, is it?
I was on center court, so it was actually okay with the roof closed at the start. But when we're on the smaller courts, we're less protected from the wind, the rain, and so we tend to be a bit colder. But it's human. Don't worry, we can survive.
Human? Well, you shock me, because you guys look super human, and I know this sounds a bit mean, but you've got to be in good physical condition. You can't really have a pudgy, out of shape Ball Kid. I've never seen one. Have you?
Well, no, but that's why the selection processes are here. We also have to adopt an attitude where we are not allowed to give up.
In terms of training, they say it's kind of army boot camp-esque. Is that true?
Well,
Come on, I know you. I know, I can see it in your eye.
yeah, maybe a bit. Not as tough as the army, I would say. It's pretty fun and we enjoy it, so we like doing this kind of job.
Obviously, COVID and what's going on here. Gone are the days where a tennis player just throws a sweaty towel at you, but how many balls do you handle in a day? Is there a restriction there?
30 balls per match. Just 6 tennis balls on the court per match.
I mean, what are the restrictions this year?
Of course, we have to wear face masks. Have also to wash our hands before entering the court and before the ball change. And of course, we're not allowed to handle the player's towel, which makes it a bit harder, but it's completely okay.
Well, I know that there's a relationship with ball kids and the players. Would you say that there's a closer relationship with you guys and the players than there are with you and the umpires?
I don't think so. We don't really share much time with the players except on court, and they're focusing and making their job. With the umpires, we can hang around sometimes in the corridors. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a close relationship, but we understand each other and we sometimes joke around together.
You mean umpires joke? Seriously?
I mean, yeah. We can joke with them.
So, in terms of being hit by a tennis ball, you've got to be fairly stoic. But have you ever been hit by a tennis ball?
Not yet.
Looking forward to it?
I think if we get hit by a ball, it's mostly unluck.
What's the funniest ball kid story that's circling on the scene these days?
Yesterday I was with a friend who nearly fell, but apart from that, nothing.
Nearly fell? Why?
It was a rainy situation, so the clay court started to be a little slippery. And so we were in all kinds of positions to get the balls. He nearly fell. He was in a really tough position for him. He succeeded in avoiding to fall.
In composing himself?
Exactly. No one really saw what was happening.
Ball kids have to be between what age?
Between 12 years and 16 years old, yeah.
Between 12 and 16. Has there ever been a ball kid that's lied and for getting a spot at Roland-Garros? And if so, what happens? Is it ball kid prison? Is it ball and chain? What is that?
No, it's not a ball kid's prison.
Who do you select for finals? How do you do that? And the semi-finals and what courts and whatnot?
Yeah, every day the ball kids receive notation.
Oh, as in a mark?
Yeah, a mark every day. Communication, concentration, teamwork, etc. The big marks at the final, 18 ball kids for the men final and men and women final. Just 18.
18 out of 200 plus ball kids.
Yeah.
So it's not just a competition with the players, it's a competition with the ball kids themselves. Are you planning on sabotaging another ball kid to get your spot?
I don't think so.
Well, you wouldn't say on the radio out loud, would you?
Of course not. Tennis players are fair play, so I would stay like that. But I would highly appreciate to be selected. But I think there's still room for improvement in my ball picking game.
I'll be watching out for you. You specifically. And who is your favourite person to cater to as a ball kid?
Stan Wawrinka is a really nice guy because he thanks a lot for the balls. He's always thank you for each ball. He doesn't hesitate to talk to us. He also does part of the job for us because we have to have 2 balls on each side of the court when we're at the baseline, and he does the equilibrium for us. It's really easy to be a ball boy for him, and it's really fun.
Who's the worst one? Quentin, look away.
I haven't heard much, to be honest. I think you could put in the box the players that usually get really mad.
Like who?
I think I heard Benoit Paire yesterday, but I'm not really sure.
Don't worry, you won't get into trouble, it's fine. It's a tough atmosphere out there, and it's definitely tough for the players and ball kids alike. Quentin and Nicolas, thank you so much for being part of the Roland-Garros set on Day 2, 2020, special edition. Do you want to give a shout-out to anyone?
I would like to make a shout out to all my friends out there who are ball picking right now. It's a bit rainy, and I think we're all doing a good job, and I would like you to congratulate them.
Okay, maybe your girlfriend out there?
I'm single.
Okay, all right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you.
The Roland-Garros Set.
Well, fantastic ballers, those ball kids. They're very cheery and don't seem to let the conditions, the weather conditions here, get them down. And I think the spectators need to cheer up, follow suit a little bit. So let's talk to a few. hello at Roland-Garros Day 2, and I heard you speaking English.
I do speak English very well.
Yes, you do. And you're with some chums. What's your name?
I'm Graham. We're with Tennis Channel, installing a set up on the...
See.
Set designers.
I'm Charles, and I'm the French guy of the team.
He's the token Frenchman in France. Well, what are you looking forward to most at Roland-Garros at the moment? Everyone's been a bit down. What's the positive?
Well, we like the most beautiful court in the world, the Simone and Mathieu. Apparently voted the most beautiful court in the world, in all seriousness. So it's a very exciting time. We're looking forward to different matches today. Not sure which ones we're going to see, but I'm sure we'll get at least 2 or 3.
Yeah, and Team as well.
Dominic Thiem, yes, he's always a good man. Who's he playing against? He's playing Cilic, isn't he? Cilic. So that's a big match.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Marin Cilic. Well, thank you so much, and enjoy Garros. So I'm with Sabine Appelmans, a former tennis player, Belgian, I believe. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Well, I'm okay. It's a bit rainy, day 2.
To be honest, I'm just glad to be here to see some tennis, even though it's rainy and the circumstances are not maybe ideal to play in. We still get to see tennis, and as a tennis fan, that's what you want to see. You want to see the balls flying.
And you played at Garros?
I did play a couple of years. The first time I played here, I was only 15 years old, and I qualified for the main draw. And then my best result here was 4th round against Steffi Graf on Chatrier.
You beat Steffi Graf, the woman with the best legs in tennis?
No, I said I played 4th round against Steffi Graf.
So you lost against him?
I lost, and I think I just won a couple of games, not many games. But it was a nice experience.
And you used to be a ball kid, is that right?
Well, the first time I was a ball kid, I was only 11 years old, and it was in Antwerp. We had a really nice tournament, the ECC tournament, you could win a diamond racket, and all the good players would come and play. And at that time, the good players was like Vilas, Borg, McEnroe. And I remember being a ball kid, and a couple of times we got to do their practices as well, so you could get a little bit closer to the players, and you could give them the ball instead of just throwing it.
So there was more of a relationship of familiarity when you were a ball kid?
Yeah, we felt like they really appreciated that we were there also during their practice. You know, we could get close to them. For me as an 11-year-old, it was just amazing to be around them and to learn from them also.
Obviously you have to have an interest in tennis, but do you think you owe maybe your career to partly being a ball kid?
Well, I think when you're there and you see how they live, what they do, that's the life I wanted to live. And I remember, seeing their practice, seeing how they got along also. I think it was a different era as well. And also at night, it was a different era because at night they would come out and see the people, interact with the people as well in the VIP area. I remember thinking, this is the life I want to live.
Did you have a particular story with a famous tennis player when you were a ball kid?
Not so much with a tennis player, but as a ball kid, one day the Queen was coming to watch of Belgium, and so I was the one chosen to give her flowers before the match. So that was a big thing as an 11-year-old, and I had to learn how to bow. I still have, in a box at home, I still have many autographs from the players, so that's something I've always kept.
Oh, wow. Well, what a fantastic story. And you're commentating the World Feed and you're commentating Garros. What match are you on?
Today I'm going to be doing Svitolina against Gracheva, and I'm really looking forward to that match because Svitolina is one of those players that I've been saying for 2 or 3 years, she can win a Grand Slam. Maybe, who knows, she can go all the way. I think she deserves it. She's had a good career. And I think she's ready for it.
It was an absolute pleasure bumping into you. You keep that ball rolling and you keep that positive attitude, and I can't wait to hear you.
Okay, thank you.
Did you know?
Well, I've just bumped into former superstar Nick Brown. Hello.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Well, I was hoping to give you a bit of tennis knowledge, but I think I may have fallen on the wrong person.
Why not? You can always learn something every day.
Wimbledon. It was the first tournament to introduce ball boys and ball girls. Before they decided to employ local teenagers in 1969, the ball boys were chosen from homes, orphanages, or from disadvantaged backgrounds. Did you know that?
I didn't know that, but I do now.
Excellent. Okay, and what are you doing today? Are you happy to be here?
Yeah, well, I think it doesn't feel like a Grand Slam, that's for sure. I think it's great that there's live tennis because tennis needs to be on the global stage. And although I know it's very challenging conditions this year in terms of when Roland-Garros is being played, it's the same for everybody. So you've got to kind of embrace it and go with it.
Well, I said former tennis superstar. You're a current superstar as well. Nick Brown, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
That's it. Day 2 Roland-Garros wrapped up, and what a day it was. Join me tomorrow where we follow the dedicated followers of fashion and take a tour of what it means to dress for Roland-Garros. Hang on, there's a woman here who's got the same microphone as me. Hello, who are you?
Hello, who are you?
Are you doing a podcast?
Yes, I am.
There's another podcast?
There's the French podcast.
I was led to believe that I was the most important podcaster here. What?
Sorry to tell you, but yes, there is a French podcast.
What? Don't laugh. I had literally no idea. What's it called?
I'm just realizing I'm not the only one.
What's it called?
It's called Roland-Garros Le Podcast.
That's original. Great. All right. Well, and that's
the name of your podcast.
It's called the Roland-Garros Set. And good to know that you've been listening. What's your name?
I'm Barbara Klein.
Bonjour. Well done for your Le Podcast on Roland-Garros, Radio Roland-Garros.
Yes. Do you think we could be friends?
I mean, it's day 2. I'm not sure I like you just now.
Bye-bye.
If you have any comments or stories that you'd like to share with us, please do get in contact at #Roland-Garros on Twitter, go to Facebook, or use our official Roland-Garros mobile app, or just get in contact directly with me. That's at Alexandra Lawton. Toodaloo.
The Roland-Garros Set.